Welcome back to the Decor channel, where we turn ordinary garden spaces into extraordinary escapes. Today's video is all about creating whimsy and charm with vintage garden art made from repurposed junk. If you have a small outdoor space and a love for quirky creativity, this one's for you. Before we dive into these magical ideas, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below with your favorite vintage garden decor piece. Your support helps this community grow and blossom. Get ready to see how old teapots, rusty bikes, broken drawers, and forgotten treasures can be transformed into captivating features that give your garden soul and storytelling magic. Let's begin. A chipped or rusted teapot might not be great for tea anymore, but it makes a perfect whimsical planter. Whether hung from a tree or placed on a pedestal, its spout adds a playful touch as flowers spill from it like enchanted blooms. Choose bright flowers like pansies or trailing lobelia to add color and motion. Drill a few drainage holes in the bottom, and you've got yourself a garden fairy's dream flower pot. Group teapots of various sizes together for a vintage tea party display, complete with mismatched cups and saucers. It's a scene straight out of an English cottage fantasy. That old bike in the shed collecting dust. Give it new life as a plant stand. Lean it against a fence and attach baskets to the handlebars and seat to hold trailing plants or herbs. The natural rust adds to the vintage charm, or you can paint it a bold color for a splash of contrast in your garden. Think turquoise, coral, or classic white. Over time, vines can even climb the frame, giving it an overgrown, secret garden look. It's a perfect backdrop for a cozy garden corner. Don't toss that old dresser just yet, those drawers can be reused as stacked planters. Remove them, give them a coat of weather-resistant paint, and stack them unevenly to create a cascading plant display. Plant a mix of succulents, trailing ivy, and flowering annuals for color and texture. Add knobs or handles in whimsical shapes to complete the fairy tale look. This is a great vertical gardening solution for small spaces and adds a layered, storybook feel to patios and porches. Old window frames without glass panes can become charming garden backdrops. Hang them on a fence, mount them on a wall, or let them stand alone among your plants. They create visual windows into your garden scenes, perfect for vines like clematis or morning glory to climb through. You can also attach mini shelves or hooks to display small potted plants, lanterns, or vintage garden tools. It's rustic and theatrical all at once. Vintage typewriters can become poetic centerpieces in your garden. Place one on an old wooden table, insert a curled piece of waterproof paper, and write a quote or nature poem on it. Surround it with flowers and small candles in mason jars for an evening garden vignette. It brings literary whimsy to your space. Make sure it's under some cover to protect it from the elements. Add some moss and you've created a scene straight from a secret writer's retreat. A wooden ladder with peeling paint can be a multi-tiered plant stand. Lean it against a wall or let it stand alone with wood planks across the steps. You can decorate it with watering cans, ceramic birds, and vintage jars filled with dried lavender or seeds. The higher shelves can hold small succulents while lower steps are great for trailing greenery. It's a functional and fabulous focal point. Old metal bed frames can be repurposed into literal flower beds. Remove the mattress and fill the space with rich soil, then plant an array of colorful flowers. Frame the display with climbing roses or vines to mimic a dreamlike bedroom scene outdoors. Add a vintage pillow or lace doily under a garden gnome for a truly whimsical scene. It's playful and poetic, a conversation starter for sure. Stack vintage suitcases on a bench or directly on the ground, open them up, and plant inside. Just make sure to add drainage with holes or gravel. Succulents or mosses work well and create a time-traveling display full of textures and nostalgia. Decorate with travel stickers, old postcards, or a tiny globe for a wanderlust-inspired corner in your garden. Old wire birdcages can be turned into elegant terrariums. Fill the base with small potted plants, moss, and fairy lights for a magical look. You can hang them from tree branches or shepherd's hooks to add vertical interest to your garden. These make beautiful evening accents and look especially lovely with soft lighting during twilight garden walks. Repurpose colorful vintage colanders as hanging baskets. Their holes provide perfect drainage, and their handles make them easy to suspend. Fill with trailing plants like nasturtiums or petunias and hang them from porches, trees, or pergolas. They add a pop of color and whimsy that's both practical and charmingly retro. Use a weathered door as a gate or decorative standing piece in your garden. Add a vintage doorknob, paint a floral motif, or stencil your favorite garden quote. It becomes a metaphorical and literal entry to your magical space. Surround it with blooming flowers and maybe even a small archway for a truly secret garden vibe. Create a small water feature using an old metal watering can. With a solar pump, water can pour gently from the spout into a basin below. Surround it with smooth stones, ferns, and moss to make a soothing fairy corner. The gentle trickle adds sound and movement, enhancing the sensory experience of your garden. Repurpose old kitchen tools like graters, whisks, and ladles into garden art. Hang them from tree branches or a wire sculpture for a wind chime effect. You can also spray paint them and cluster them into funky, abstract sculptures placed in garden beds. These add quirky personality and nod to the past in a creative, unexpected way. Mount empty picture frames of different sizes on a fence or wall, then grow flowers or vines behind them. The plants become the paintings inside the frame. It's an artistic approach that gives dimension and elegance to flat garden surfaces. Use ornate, mismatched frames for a true gallery feel with a botanical twist. Old metal or wooden toolboxes make perfect small space herb gardens. Add some drainage holes and fill with potting mix and herbs like thyme, basil, and oregano. The handle makes it easy to move around depending on sun exposure. Plus, it adds a rugged, rustic charm. Label each section with mini chalkboard signs for that vintage market look. Take an old wooden or metal chair, remove the seat, and replace it with a flower pot or a wire basket filled with soil and blooms. Paint it in bold colors or leave the chippy paint for character. Arrange several mismatched chair planters for a quirky seating area that no one can sit on, but everyone will admire. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Decor channel. We hope these whimsical vintage garden art ideas have sparked your imagination and inspired you to look at junk in a whole new light. Remember, even the smallest garden space can become a magical retreat with a touch of creativity and a dash of nostalgia. If you loved this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more garden transformations and charming ideas. Until next time, happy gardening!